What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are here. It is Wednesday morning. So starting here at 9:52, letting the early first 15 minutes play out. I'm expecting potentially some chop here as we have the Fed meeting at 2 o'clock today. And we also have some tech earnings at the close. Last night we did have some consolidation, pushed up, a new low, push up. We're kind of just in that same spot. We're right at where we opened Globex, pushed lower, and now we're just kind of sitting around here around this 27.2. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna see if we get a good setup, and I will see you guys on the first trade then. All right, we've got about 10 seconds here until the 10 o'clock candle opens. I do like it long, right around in this area here at that 200 level. We'll see if we get a drop into that. We do have these 5-minute candle highs here. We have the 9 as well as a lot of wicks down here on the 60-minute. Let's see if we can get that dip. It's touching the 9 right there. 206.75. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more of a drop here. There we go. We're tagged in long into these 5-minute highs. We have the lows here. Want to see it hold that breakout area, breakdown turn into breakout area, as well as we have a 60-minute wick down, close within previous candle. So want to see if we can push higher from here. Stop will be under the low of the breakup candle. Does remind me of the other day when we had that downtrend. I think, what was it, 2 days ago? Yeah, we're just chop, looking for the breakout, didn't get it. The difference though, today, we're not going to try it 5 times. So like the setup, like the entry. I'm in it. Let's see if we can get it today. Yeah, want to see some buyers step up here pretty soon. These levels, the wicks that we put in before. It's kind of slicing lower right now, not really holding. Yeah, I mean, we're under the levels I was looking for it to hold. See if we can hold this here, 187. So we have a little bit wider stop here just to let it wick through, figure out what it wants to do here. See if we can get back above 200 here. There we go, pushing back above 200. Yeah, just taking right back down. Go back to the hourly here. Risking what? Risking about 267 on this trade. Not looking great. They're just holding it under 200 under this breakdown and breakout area here. Probably going to get stopped out on this trade. About 1 minute left until the next 5-minute candle opens. If we can close above this, above my entry basically, over 200, that would be great, but not looking good right now. I'm trying. Oh, 30 seconds here. Good push up, good buy up here. We get a strong close on the 5-minute, that would be great. They're right at that 200 level. There you go, some buying coming in towards the end. Okay. Decent close, decent close. We did close over that area. Under the 9 there, but I will take that close. Let's see if we can make something happen with that. Dip go red. Really want to see it hold here. Just going under again. Really, that's the level there. Basically 198. Of course, the 200 big whole number. Trying to flip it green, push higher here. See if they can flip green here on the hourly. That's up towards 220 up here. And then see if we can get out of this downtrend. Okay, some strength coming in. Buyers in control right now over this level. Can we push through these moving averages? Candle low here. Getting stuck now at the 215s. Flip over to a 2-minute here. Kind of holding that uptrend. They're trying to break it. Holding this. They're trying to sweep the low here on this candle. Definitely a lot of action right in here. Not a good looking 2-minute candle there. Trying to get it bought back up. If anything, they may open and just dip down below this level here. Might get stopped. Open near the low of this range. Need strong buyers just to push higher out of this. They may hit the 9, flip red, and go lower here. Let's see. Yeah, you're just fighting now into the highs of this level here as we're holding underneath. Yeah, they hit the 9, flipped red. Probably gonna look to dip under that. There's a spike down. Let's see if that can get bought up or if they're gonna just give it some continuation here. Are they gonna get it? They're trying to buy it back up. Actually, running stops here. 45 seconds left on this 5-minute. We can close within this previous low without stopping me out. That could maybe a sign of a little bit of hope here. Not looking great though. 5 seconds here on this 5-minute candle. Looks like they're gonna close it within. It's not bad, not bad at all. If they can flip green here and push higher. And buyers step up. Do they have the momentum to flip it? I don't want to see a new low. New low is probably a stop. There we go. They're trying to hold that. Can we flip it green? Okay, flip green. Now it's getting over this local level here. Yeah, that's a line in the sand right there. Getting stuck there again, almost head and shoulders, you know, shoulder, head, potential right shoulder here. Just fighting that. I mean, if you're looking for a short, I mean, that's a decent entry there. Lows of these candles, that's that breakout, breakdown area. Into the 9s, we've been closing underneath of it now for the last 2 candles. Hopefully we can push through that. Trying again up towards the 200s. Man, they are trying. Should get a decent push if we can get over this again. I see it run this high and of course potentially run high day there at 37. There we go, pushing above it. Can we get that strong breakout, pushing higher here? See if we can swipe 16.5. There we go. There's the push higher. See if we can push 16.5 now. We have 15.25, 16.25, about a point lower. Now see if they can turn this box here into support. Dip down into it. We can flip green and push the highs here. That would be picture perfect. There we go. A little bit of momentum kicking in. There we go, pushing that high. See if we can make a run now for high day. New 5-minute candle open. Close above the 20. Can we hold this level here? Can we flip green off this? That's the question. Working on it. There we go. Flip green. We break the high from the last 5 minutes and then push highs from this morning at 9:55. There we go. Just worried with, you know, Fed meeting, all this stuff. Like I mentioned earlier, potential for chop. I mean, if we decide that we're just gonna chill in something like this for who knows how long, and then just kind of just waiting, eating time off the clock until that meeting, and there's less indecision in the market. You know, Jerome Powell's last meeting here for the Fed, so might get a little bit extra fireworks out of that. See if he gets a little crazy in what he says. Probably not, but market does not like uncertainty, that's for sure. What was a low on this? Because I did move my stop a little bit. 178. I think it was, what, 176? That would have been fine still. I just hate getting stopped out when a trade is valid, because you're definitely going to lose money when you're wrong. But you can't lose money when you're right. That's just not going to work well for you. What do we got here? 1017. We did open a new... I'll leave the 2-minute up. Get rid of that. Let's go to a 15-minute. How are we looking here? Open dip, of course, into that level. Pushing the EMAs. The 9's gone flat. Typically when it's flat there, it's not as strong. It's not as trending. Yeah, I really just need to make a run for the... high a day. This doesn't quite work on that chart. Basically like that. Yeah, it's looking for that high. Anyone short in this, looking for the move lower, that breakdown there, their stop is most likely going to be over this high here. So we should see a run. We have another level here. So we have that. And then we also have potential stops sitting over that there. So if we do get enough buyers pushing in to get some stops triggered, we could do a quick sweep up potentially towards the take profit, which is the idea. Yeah, but who knows how far, how high it wants to go with the indecision today at 2 o'clock, and then the earnings after market close. I believe it's, I'm not sure. I think it's Amazon, maybe. Google. Amazon, Meta, Google, Microsoft, and Qualcomm. Yeah. So that's definitely going to put some movement here in the NASDAQ. Just grinding higher on the 2-minute. Go back to a 5 here. New 5-minute, open above the high of that previous candle. Always love to see it. Dip into it. Want to push this high here at 30, and then, yeah, see if we can push those two levels that I mentioned. Basically 40 and 50. And see if that can carry us to our take profit there. We're up about 20 points roughly from entry, 200 bucks. Which can be cut down real quick. Love it when we grind up just for one candle to take us back down. That's my favorite, honestly. Yeah, bumping her head on that trend line here. Dipping into the 9 and 20. Good buy up there off the 9. This is where we want to see a flip green and send it here. Strong close into the end of the 30-minute candle here, coming up in 8 minutes or so. New 2-minute, close within the previous candle after dipping lower. Didn't close a new low, which is nice. Last time we closed a new low was this candle at 9:58, and you saw what happened next. Looking at my other chart, I have other charts, my other monitors here. Looks like there's a 238 or so. Yeah, basically closest high, you have the 200 on the 5. But that's on the 2-minute. I don't know what relevance really. I really looked into that. At 252, you have the 200 on the 5-minute. So that's definitely going to be, yeah, right up into that level there. Pushing that level, need to get above this trend line now. Get some momentum, get that break, run some stops. Just let it happen. Here we go. Looking for that break and then get some strong momentum. If we can get a cascade of orders up, that would be very nice. Okay, there's the break. Okay, push that. Opened a new 2-minute. Okay, we're pushing. I don't love that where it wicks it and then we go lower. Run stops and then send it the other direction. Not what I want to see. Want to see some continued buying over that. There we go. Now we're looking for a break of the 250s. Might be a little bit more difficult here. Can we run the 50s? Here we go. I will move my stop. And once we break the 50s, I'm going to watch for stop placement. New 5-minute candle. We're running that. Hopefully we wick that. New 5-minute. Want to see just some strength out of this fresh 5-minute. Stop at 29.75. Really don't even. I just don't even like that. I mean, put it down here for now. I want to see this run it. New 2-minute, same as before. We wicked it in the second one, had some follow through. There we go, getting that push higher. That's something where if we go red now on this. I'll take the stop at 44 if we do hit. Let's see, stop right here. We might get stopped out. Yeah, if they run this red after wicking the highs, it'll take me out and we'll be done here.
Order cancelled.
All right, stopped out on that trade, 407.50. Not bad. We'll see if it continues higher, but good trade there. Held it. Stop. Respected that. Respected the risk. Pretty decent before all things considered. Glad we didn't get chopped out here before that 2 o'clock meeting and earnings tonight. Yeah, 407.50. Another 400 plus 400 day on that. We're at 50,797.5 in that account. And I think we're going to leave it there. One good trade today. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for watching.